And here's where things usually begin to turn around. Like they really turn around. A man like that stops feeling the need to prove himself. He stops chasing the validation. He stops trying to outperform the world to earn respect, and he just is. A man who's returned to himself carries a truth that you can sense without a single word. And when he finally stops betraying himself, when he stops choosing comfort over growth, when he stops hiding from the man that he knows he could be, that buried part of him roars back to life. Slowly at first and then all at once. And that is where everything begins. That is where the real comeback starts. And that is exactly what men are learning inside my school community. How to rise without pretending, how to lead without playing a character. How to feel powerful without posturing. So the link's in the description below. And when that fire returns, when that instinct wakes up, a man finally sees the truth of what he's been missing. And that is the part that cuts the deepest. Once that fire comes back, once a man reconnects with who he is underneath all the numbing, he realizes something confronting. Masculinity was never dying out there in the world. It was just dying inside of him. It was dying every time he stayed quiet when he should have spoken. It was dying every time he backed down from the thing that he knew he needed to face. It was dying every time he avoided discomfort and called it peace. It was dying every time he let fear choose for him. And when he finally sees that, when he actually feels the cost of it, something in him refuses to keep living that way. He stops blaming everything outside of him and he stops waiting for permission. He stops outsourcing his power and he decides that the man he wants to be is not negotiable anymore. And that decision alone is like oxygen. Like, it wakes him up, it sharpens him, it pulls him out of this fog that he's been drifting in for years. He stops being numb, he stops being apologetic, he stops being tame, and he comes back into his own life with a force that surprises even him. And the truth is, the world needs that man. His family needs that man. His woman needs that man. He needs that man. Not the watered down version, not the comfortable version, but the fucking real one. The one that is present in his own body, that takes responsibility for his impact, and the one that can hold pressure without collapsing. That is masculinity. Not the aesthetics, not the theories, not the fucking Instagram sound bites, but the internal weight, the grounded presence, and the ability to feel life instead of running from it. And every man that's watching this knows what I'm talking about, because there is a part of you that's been knocking on the door for years, asking you to step up, asking you to feel again, asking you to stop choosing the easy path and start choosing the honest one. You don't need to fix your whole life in a week. You do not need to overhaul everything. You just need to stop abandoning yourself, and that's where this starts. That is where the shift begins. And if you want a place to rebuild that fire with other men who are done playing small, then the school community is in the link description. It's there for the men who are ready for this version of themselves. Not the old one, but the true one. And one last thing, masculinity is not dying. It's just waiting. And the only question left is whether you will keep numbing yourself through your own life or finally decide to wake up and live it. And if something in you stirred while listening to this,